Well, guys, Stranger Things is finally back. When I last saw this show, I was about to be a junior in high school, and now I just finished my freshman year of college. So, yeah, it's been a long time. But, I think they came back as if they haven't been gone that much at all. We were able to cleverly reintroduce everybody back to us. It was a little bit jarring because clearly they aged more than 6 months because it's been 3 years. But, in stuff like this, you kind of have to suspend your disbelief. I like how through the first episode and kind of the second episode, everything's normal. So there's this building tension on when shit is going to go down, which is kind of cool. The whole time you're waiting, like, okay, when's the inciting incident going to happen? And that in itself is kind of intense. I really like, the Duffer Brothers editing and directing. It's as strong as ever. But I feel like it's working even well this time, because they're able to flip through like the Los Angeles storyline and the Hawkins storyline pretty smoothly, as well as some sprinkles of the Russian storyline. But I'm assuming we're gonna do that later. The first two episodes were a bit long, and I was expecting a little bit more from them, but I still enjoyed it. I was expecting a little bit more action, but it works well as like building tension. I personally wish the episodes were a bit shorter. Not that they need to cut anything out, but like I wish they'd, instead of seven 90-minute episodes, it could have just been like 11 50-minute episodes or something like that. I don't know how math works, but I feel like that would have worked out better. That's just a personal thing for me though, because I'm a very busy guy, so I can't exactly sit down and watch a 75-minute episode all the time. It's just me. That's just a personal thing. I still think the pacing is really fine. The whole element, I feel like, it was kind of missing from season three, but it is back now. I'm really liking the villain who kind of looks like a White Walker, but I I like it's not as cheesy as most of the Stranger Things villains have been, because you could tell they had like a lot of practical effects, so very 80s, but also its own thing. It's not exactly ripping off something from the 80s. Like, look, it's the alien from Aliens. It just seems a little bit more original, I think. And, these first two episodes kind of had a darker atmosphere than season three, which is good. And I'm kind of hoping that would elevate as it goes on. The Eleven and Will storyline it was okay, but probably like the least engaging parts of the episodes, because I feel like Stranger Things always had this thing with the bullies where they're just too extreme. Most bullies, at least in my high school, weren't exactly physical threats. They were more like emotional damage, but not like so obvious. Like the scenes with Angela terrorizing Eleven was a bit much. Like the tripping hole and then embarrassing her at the ice skating rink was a little bit too much. But it made me hate Angela. So there you go. I was really happy when Eleven basically hit her in the head with with the roller skating things. So that made me happy. Looks like Eleven could beat some asses even without her powers. Speaking of that, what is that cold open in the beginning where Eleven mutilates a bunch of children? That doesn't sound nice. That isn't the Eleven we know and love, but she's always been kind of a mysterious character, so who knows? Also, it was nice seeing Matthew Modine again. And I would have liked to see Hopper a little bit more, but I get the kind of like keeping it a mystery. And, I love Joyce and the guy who reminds me of Psychowitz from Victorious trying to work out the tape. It's classic Joyce stuff. She's always like onto something and nobody believes her. And then she's like, see, I'm right. So, these two episodes delivered pretty much what I was expecting from the season. A little bit slow paced start, and then it usually escalates. But what I like about Stranger Things is that each season kind of opens with all protagonists spread apart, and then they join together as it goes on. And something else I liked about these episodes is that the victims from the monster, they actually get characters. They're not just nameless red shirts like they are in Star Trek. They actually get developed. Like there's one girl, she's bulimic. The other guy thinks that he's responsible for this mysterious car crash. So we actually get to know these characters before they're killed off. And their backstories are a main part of why the villain like that's what the villain uses against them in a way, which is neat. It's like It, except it's actually a good movie. Did not like It. So yeah, season 4's off to a good start, and if you guys are wondering how I'm gonna be doing these videos because they all put me on at once, I'm just gonna do one video for like each 2 episodes. So like episodes 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and then 7. And then next month I'm just gonna do it on 8 and 9. So let me know what you guys thought of the first 2 episodes. Please don't spoil anything for me. But yeah, my next Stranger Things video will be on Wednesday the 1st, so please click below and subscribe if you're into that. And in the meantime, I'll also be making videos on Torchwood, Doctor Strange, and a video on my unpopular opinions. So subscribe if you're interested in any of that. And until then, peace.